Hello there, YouTube. So I thought it'd be good to share some information about how I make the rolled newspaper targets that I feature in some of my YouTube videos. A few folks have asked me, namely one in particular, about how I make the particular targets, and frankly speaking, I have breezed over it in just about every video that I've ever made, so I thought it would be good to share the information with you. Good news is it requires newspapers or paper of some kind, and really not much else. I'm going to elaborate further. So the first thing that I do is I organize the papers, and you can see I take a bunch of them. My grandma actually reads the newspaper every Sunday, and she gives me the Sunday paper, so that's where I get most of my newspapers to work with. The other thing that I work with is I have two planks there, simple oak, basic stuff that I have from some home remodeling projects. I generally tend to work with excess stuff that I have in terms of a hard wooden core from whatever I have from excess fun business. The first layer that I lay down is flat, and I'm rolling them out so that they are completely flat single sheets, and that's just so that they look right on the end. Then I unfold and lay them out so that they're long, and then I just start basically tossing them on. Frankly, there's not really a whole lot of rhyme or reason. I lay them diagonally, I lay them horizontally, I just kind of toss them out. Then I start laying them horizontally, and then I start laying them with an open sheet again, and that's basically so that I can roll them out. Now I'm showing you I use zip ties to close them. I also use packaging tape, and what I'll do is I'll take the hard wooden cores that I'm working with, and then the other thing that I'll do is I'll kind of lay them out, make sure that they fit. For the hard wooden cores, the other thing I'll do is I'll take a paper bag and I'll rip it in half so that it shows the long way, and then basically I just roll the paper bag over the wooden cores. I know it's not really shown, but in effect it's just a paper bag rolled over wooden cores. Then I take it and I roll it up, and that's why I leave the flats or the length of the paper on the base and on the top so that it fits well. In terms of packaging tape or zip ties both work really well. I don't have any complaints. This particular one with the amount came out to about 5 inches. I'm going to do another one just in a different way. You can see I'm laying the flats out again. I'm laying it in a shorter surface area. Then I just start throwing stuff on. You know, I'm not really taking a lot of care, just throwing stuff all over the place, and I'm, kind of putting it so that it all meshes together. I don't necessarily all put it in one type of area or place. I do put a big base on the bottom or on the top, and I find something to roll it with, and then I use zip ties. The reason I use zip ties is more or less because my packaging tape ran out. So I use zip ties and I close it all together. This one came out to be about 4 inches, 3.5 inches, somewhere in there. Then what I'm doing is I have a big garbage pail. This is for compost, and basically I take my hose, I fill it up, it's watertight. I fill it up with water, and they sit in there. And then basically I just wait for them to soak up. Now, initially I took some water and I shot it down. You don't see it because it's really spread out and sped up, but in effect, they basically just sit in the water, and I'll leave them there for between 24 hours at a minimum to a week and a half at the maximum. At a week and a half, they become pretty spongy, and the top layer is pretty much falling off. But overall, I leave them in there. I put some bricks on the top so they stay underwater, and I leave them there for a good 24 hours at a minimum. At that point, they're pretty much ready to cut, and that's what I have to share. I hope this was useful to you. Click like or subscribe and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.